Yeah. Are you doing well? Okay. Now we are going to tell you how a charged particle behave in the magnetic field and electric field. I have said many times that a charged particle will be acted on by a force both in the electric field and magnetic field. Already said. Force acting on a charged particle in an electric field of intensity capital E is given by capital F is equal to QE, charge into intensity. Right? Okay. But remember that when a charged particle is in an electric field, when the charge is either it is stationary or it is moving, in both the situations, force acts on it. The force is equal to F is equal to Q into E. But in the case of a magnetic field, that difference also already I have said, force acting is only when the charged particle is moving. Right? Yeah. And the magnitude of the force acting on a charged particle when it is moving in a magnetic field is given by F is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi into Q, sorry, F is equal to QVB sine theta. F is equal to QVB sine theta. Q is the charge strength and B is the magnetic field intensity. And what is that? Sine theta. Theta is the angle between the velocity vector and the magnetic field intensity vector. So this you have to remember always these two conditions. One is electric field and other is magnetic field. In the electric field, charge when it is placed in an electric field or it is moving, in both the cases, when it is stationary or it is moving, in both the cases, force acts on it. But in a magnetic field, the force will act on the charged particle only when it is in motion. Right? Yeah. In this case, first of all, we are going to discuss how when a charged particle is set in an electric field, how does it move? Now, what is the kind of path followed by the charged particle in an electric field? This is an electric field created here. Electric field can be created by anybody by using two metallic plates, parallel metallic plates, right, kept in distance away from each other. Distance is d. Potential difference is created. When a potential difference is created between these two plates, magnetic field is also set up within the space between the two plates. You see, field lines are like this. Parallel lines with arrowhead, equidistant parallel arrowheads represent uniform electric field of intensity vector E. And we are setting a charged particle moving with a velocity v and entering into the electric field of intensity E. Okay? This velocity v is horizontal velocity. Initially, the charged particle has horizontal velocity. As it enters in the electric field, due to force acting on it, force everybody knows, that is equal to F is equal to Q into E. Force acting on the charged particle is a positive charge plus Q. Force, there is an upward force is acting. In this case, upward force is acting, due to which the charged particle cannot remain in the horizontal direction, but it will move in a path other than horizontal like this, and it goes out of the field. When it goes out of the field, the path will be more or less straight line. Within the electric field, the path is, you see, it is a parabolic path. That time when the magnetic field, when the charged particle moves, I have said that moves in a circular path. Right? When a charged particle moves in a uniform magnetic field, it follows a circular path. While a charged particle, when it is moving, In a uniform electric field, it moves in a what? In a parabolic path. That only I am going to explain. You have to prove that. These two conditions we have to prove. First, electric field, how a charged particle behave, what kind of path it describes in the uniform electric field. Then after that we will discuss how an electric charge behaves in a uniform magnetic field. Today's topic is this only. This figure shows like that. So the particle is entering into the electric field and it is moving in a circular path and covers a horizontal distance x in a time t seconds and goes out. But what is the shape of the path it followed? The shape of the path followed is parabolic. Right? We have to prove that the path followed is equal to parabolic. That is the next question. That is the next condition. Right? So velocity v is horizontal. So in this case, the horizontal velocity of the charged particle always remains a constant. Why? Because initially and up to the last, in the whole journey, there is no force acting on the charged particle in the horizontal direction. Therefore, the velocity of the charged particle in the horizontal direction is always uniform. But as the force is acting in the y-axis direction, force is acting on the direction of y-axis direction, the charge is accelerated in the y-axis direction. Hence, velocity in the y-axis direction changes. Right? But initially, the velocity of the charged particle in the y-axis direction is equal to 0 because it just enters into the electric field. The velocity of the charged particle in the vertical direction or in the y-axis direction is equal to 0. As it enters into the electric field, its force is acting on the charged particle. When force acts on the charged particle, it gets accelerated in the y-axis direction. Hence, its velocity goes on increasing in the upward direction. Am I correct? And it follows a parabolic path. Right? So, you have seen that the force acting on the charged particle in the upward direction is given by F is equal to QE. Suppose the charged particle has a mass is equal to small m. Hence, the acceleration acting on the charged particle in the y-axis direction is given by A is equal to F by m. Is equal to QE by m. Everybody knows that because force is QE, right? And mass is m. Therefore, the time taken by the charged particle to cover the distance x, where the figure please? To cover the distance x, this is the distance x. When it goes out in this path, it covers the distance x. What is the time duration? Time duration taken by the charged particle to cover the distance x is given by t is equal to x by v. Why? That means horizontal distance divided by horizontal velocity. Horizontal velocity remains a constant. Why that? Because in the horizontal direction, no force acts on the charged particle. So, horizontal velocity is uniform. Therefore, T is equal to x by v. If y is the displacement of the particle in the y-axis direction, then we can write an equation of the charged particle in the y-axis. Along the y-axis given by y is equal to 0t plus half a t square. Why 0t? Initially, the velocity was totally horizontal. There was no velocity component along the y-axis direction. Therefore, y is equal to ut plus half a t square. Okay. That means uyt plus half ayt square. That is the better way you have to write. Vy0t plus half ayt square. Vy0y initial velocity in the y-axis direction is used. Therefore, y is equal to 0t plus half ayt square. Ay is not marked here. Okay. This is acceleration. Because acceleration is always along the y-axis direction because force is acting only along the y-axis direction. That is equal to half into QE by m because A already said is equal to QE by m into x by v the whole square. right? That is same as equal to y is equal to q into e divided by 2m into v square. V is the uniform velocity, constant velocity along the horizontal direction. M is the mass of the charged particle. E is the constant uniform electric field we have used. Therefore, E is a constant. So, Q is a constant, E is a constant. All these are constants. Therefore, the whole thing can be taken as equal to constant K. Hence, we can write Y is equal to K into X square. Y is equal to K X square is the simplest equation of a parabola. Right? Hence, we can say that a charged particle, moving charged particle when moves in a uniform electric field, it follows a parabolic path. Right? This is the path followed by the charge is a parabola. This is proved. The other day we will come with another video in which we will discuss the motion of a charged particle in a magnetic field. No doubt the path for the charged particle will be circular. In this case, it is parabola.